Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. We are back. We got some fun things to jump into, some fun things to talk about. As you all know, currently Global is enjoying the Estarossa banner and the free gems. Make sure to claim that and have some fun after re-downloading the game or downloading the game. With that being said, we're going to hop into things here regarding leaks for upcoming things. What I want to make clear is, take with a grain of salt. What I also want to make clear is, who knows when this releases? I've seen a lot of panic already. We don't know for sure when this drops and if this drops. Obviously speaking, there is a chance here, which I want to mention, a few things that I've seen, but we're going to talk about it here today. New to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. Let's hop into things here and let's talk about it all. So again, as always, take with a grain of salt, as again, we don't really have our definitive leaker yet. We've been getting leaks from different people all of a sudden. Some of it's been very credible, some of it, again, hasn't been, but for the most part, we are doing pretty decent on leaks here. Overlord, other things, it's been okay, you know, it's on and off, though. It's like speculation leaks, which is, like, rough to go through, but first things first, we'll start over here. This is something that's, again, been found. We have this, again, from the homie Lance or Sakatsu, right? He says this over here, asset name, again, DIS means disaster, 01_trauma, 02_sky, official. A file with this name and picture has been added to the Halloween update. Seems like we're getting a catastrophe update soon. My guess is the chapter of the catastrophe will be the unit, our new unit being, again, Awakened Shin or Nightmare Villain Salos. What I want to make clear is, this has been talked about a bit. I've seen people on Reddit talking about it, Twitter talking about it. What I will say is, I don't know for sure if it's brand new, because it looks like Roxy's thing, right? And then Trauma 02 feels like it's Roxy's thing, but could be that they are planning a new disaster update. Could be. What I also want to make clear is, before people think like, oh, we're getting another OC really quick, I don't think it's for this year. It doesn't make any sense unless October is a disaster update, which is a disaster update in itself. Let me just take that pun out. Because again, we expect collaboration. Though my comments say like, there's no collaboration, we just had two. Doesn't matter. That's how it works every year. I always get that same comment every year. There's a collaboration always in October. Whether they do one or not this time, I can't guarantee. I cannot guarantee. What I can guarantee is they do one every October. That's all I can tell you, right? I don't know if they're going to do one, but they do one every October. They do one every same positions you got them this year other than January. They do it every year. So that's what I think, right? Personally, it makes sense to be a collaboration. The last one, it wasn't a big hitter. It was a fail. The last catastrophe wasn't a big hitter. It was a fail. The last even Ragnarok was not a big hitter. Thor did not do what they wanted it to do. It's definitely for Net Marvel's standards, it was a fail. So I think that if they wanted to release something, they got to release a collab because they got to make that money before the end of the year, or investors go like, what happened, bro? Your games aren't as profitable. What's happening here? So they definitely need to make sure Grand Cross hits some sort of core numbers here, and I think that we have to have a collab to do that, because Catastrophe is not gonna, unless it's for Koa, which festival into festival into festival is not enough either, because you see Percival or even just regular festivals that are just not doing as hot as they used to, because again, it's too many festivals, right? So we'll see what happens, but potentially, again, this could be meaning in January, there's a catastrophe update, which could be, right? January could be a catastrophe now. We don't know if a collaboration will ever happen again because, again, Tower of God was underperformed. It did horrific, as it should, because, again, it released in January, right after Meliodas, and Zahard, whatever he was, right? Only Viol, again, PvE, destroyed. Yuri, you know, whatever, was really good, but as time has progressed, again, you realize that it wasn't a better collaboration. Still, the best performing collaboration in a very long time was Overlord. It destroyed it. Did that of almost like, what, 7 million, 8 million? It was so good how much that collaboration did. And that was at a time, again, when the game was 1 year ago, right? So still, it did far better than you would expect, but we'll see again what happens. So could this mean anything? Potentially either catastrophe up and coming. Could be that it's just an old asset because of the re-download. It popped up again, but yeah, so again, it could be Shin, one of the other disasters, or again, this over here. But we shall see. We shall see. Let's see what happens. We don't know for sure. Beyond that, we also have this over here. A Cusack weapon has been added to the files. My guess is that it's a holy relic. We'll get shortly. So we look like, or we see right now, a new weapon for, again, Cusack. Could be a holy relic, or a new Christmas Cusack. Oh my god. We just got Halloween Estarossa. Imagine Christmas Cusack. Oh my god. Getting into the holiday spirit with demons. I mean, if that is the case, that'd be funny as hell, but could be a holy relic for him. We'll see exactly what it means. Could be maybe some cosmetic, I don't know, not Hawk Pass or anything, but could be just, again, yeah, relic, or again, maybe a new unit up and coming planned. Last but not least here, we're going to talk about this thing. So there's also, while there's leaks, right? So for example, while there's leaks, like for, what is it? The disaster update, right? There's also this stuff that's floating around being beta data, right? Basically, if you remember beta from back in the day, it was the most like clowned on thing in the community because a lot of it was like it was broad statements, but some of it never actually happened. Like most of it never happened, but some things did happen. But again, you can always contribute that to guessing. Like, oh, I know, another Percival, another Tristan, Lancelot would come out because, obviously, and call that beta, right? So with this, I chose not to per se cover all of this beta stuff. So I'll just talk about some of the stuff in the air because again, some of it's like, who knows for sure. But I will cover this one because potentially, who knows? A new Sariel is being worked on. My source tells me they don't know if it's going to be a new unit, different attribute, or LR. Again, when it comes to the beta stuff here, I probably won't cover it so in depth because I can't tell for sure, and I there's no credibility to it other than maybe who knows, right? Back then with beta app, we were like, oh, we're gonna get a brand new PvP map, we're gonna get a brand new PvP mode, we're gonna get like an element where Sunshine is playing into effect, where it's like a new RNG element in the game, and a lot of it never came out. Almost all of it never came out. There was a really cool function called pets. We would get pets, and we could. I don't know what the pets were for, but we were supposed to do something with them. Never came out. So again, when it comes to beta stuff, not gonna take that too seriously. But if this is real, we'll find out soon. If a Sariel comes out, we'll have new credibility to this. But as of right now, I can't tell for sure. So not gonna hype this one up. Not gonna say this is again 100%. But the other beta stuff that's been coming out, it's been like, hey, with Origin, there's gonna be a partnership event, and Tiori might come out. Again, who knows how much true that is. For Idol, they didn't really do an event or something cool. They just did like a 50 gem thing as partnership, which is usually what Emerald does. It's like pretty, self-explanatory. When it comes to other stuff, there was like return of SR units. At this point, I don't think they're ever returning SR units. Again, more for Koa content, return of light and dark attribute, which we just got one, so obviously speaking. Demon Cusack, Demon Chandler relic, Queen Elizabeth relic was also one of them. Don't know for sure exactly when this happens or if it happens, but what I can tell you is relics suck, so who knows. Hopefully we finally get some good relics. Again, there's been various points being made, but I didn't cover it too in depth because I can't guarantee any of it, and I can't say for sure if it is anything, right? What I might be able to at least say for sure is if it's in the files like this, potentially it's actually more credible, right? If it's being re-added into the game, or if this is brand new into the game, maybe a new disaster update is being planned. I hope for not this month here, but obviously, just like last time, they freaking leaked the disaster update 8 months prior to it actually happening. We were like, oh, finally, disaster. Never happened until like 8 months later. So it's definitely potentially a January thing it's coming out, but that's expected, right? We're gonna get this obviously next year during the off months when there's no festival or anything. They've already scrapped the idea of a festival in summer months or wherever because it just was a dud, right? So we'll see what happens, but I want to share that with you real quick. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully something came out of this for you. If you like disasters, there you go. If you like Cusack, there you go. Potentially, if a Sariel comes out or anything else I mentioned, hey, there you go. Take care, have fun. That's been for me. Hope you enjoyed.